Hello to all you spacefaring people out there. This is Evil number 4 with my first episode of Stellaris. Now, I've been playing Stellaris since it came out, and I've been wanting to do a series on it. It's one of the reasons why I decided to start a YouTube channel. But I had to wait for the 1.5 Banks update, which changed a lot of stuff. I didn't want to start a series just to have to start over again when I just got started. So this is what we're doing. This is who we're playing as. Who I'm going to be playing as the Divine Corellian Imperium. And they come from the Alpine world of Kirill. And as for government, they are a divine empire. Now, I think I'm going a bit too fast. I need to explain this a bit. The 1.5 update changed quite a few things and dealt more with the internal governing of your empire. One of the things they changed is how you create your government for your empire. They changed it so you choose your ethos first, which in this case, authoritarian and fanatical spiritualist. And then you choose your authority, which is imperial for these guys, and that's basically how your new leaders are chosen. Then you choose civics. And this allows you to do a lot of different combinations. Before, there was about 15 government types with preset bonuses. Here you get to choose your bonuses as civics. And I've chosen Imperial Cult, which reduces the cost of edicts, and Slaver Guilds, which increase slaver output. Then Corellians themselves are industrialists, giving them more mineral output, natural sociologists, which gives them more society output, and they're controversialists, meaning that they have less individual upkeep per pop, which is another thing that they added consumer goods, which think of upkeep for your individual population. And that's something you can affect with species rights, which is another thing they added in, and I'll try to go over that when we get going. These guys are also decadent, which means they're not happy without slaves, and they're sedentary. They don't like being migrated. And we're starting with mass drivers as our weapons and hyperspace travel as our FTL type. And let's get started. Galaxy size. We'll stay medium. And we'll go forearms. I'll leave that off. Sometimes the advanced AIs gobble up everyone around them. See. We got all out of field methods, difficulty, aggression, habitable worlds. I'll turn that down a little bit, make this more interesting. And there we go. In the eons since the first primitive Corellian communities took shape in the rugged mountain valleys of Kirill, our civilization has spread and prospered. Many false prophets took it upon themselves to offer spiritual guidance to our people as we advanced through the ages. But the true faith prevailed. The last heathen strongholds were vanquished after several bloody crusades, uniting us under the holy will of a single divine leader. Now, after the discovery of the Hyperlane Network, the finest minds of the Divine Corellian Imperium have finished development of the first hyperdrives. The stars themselves are within our grasp. I don't know if that says... I paused there for a second because I just noticed our symbols in black and white. I don't know... The first time I noticed, I don't know if that's just what it looks like now when on this screen, or if that's just a glitch, since I'm pretty sure the yellow I'm using is a new color type. Well, let's begin. Well, this looks like a decent system. Let's see, beginning text. We're going to start with quantum theory. Get the physics labs fast. Society. One of the things they changed, and it's something people who've played the game before 1.5 and haven't came back to it yet, people have watched people play, is you no longer have to research colony ships. You start with it automatically. And I have noticed this has changed quite a bit, at least as far as the beginning game. And it's been a good change so far, I think. Definitely speeds the beginning up a little bit. Let's see. Then go genome mapping so we can get growing a little faster. And then here, I think we'll go engineering facility. Try to get our research going pretty fast. So let's get started. Start by surveying our home system. Our home planet is 16 tiles. And let's see. This is one of the changes they did here with these guys already being enslaved. It used to be, before 1.5, you had to enslave them yourselves. Now, depending on your species rights, which is here, if you have someone as a caste system, they're automatically enslaved to their on a tile producing food or minerals. Same thing if you have the habits as slaves, they're automatically enslaved. Which is kind of nice. It really got rid of a lot of the micromanagement that plagued this game if you wanted to go slaver. Let's see where we are. We're on the outer side of the galaxy. And let's get our science queued up to do a couple more things. First things first, when they're done with our home system, we'll come over here to survey that, because it's a pretty good indicator. We can have it, there's kind of a nice little planet there. And we'll head to Atlas, Enthor, Philamir, that one. And just get these systems closer to us. That are more likely to wander onto our border. And we're not too bad of a start. We're pretty close to this lane right here, jumping into another arm. Why that one's a bit further away, and there's probably someone on our way, it shouldn't be too hard to get there. I think that's all the setup I need right now. And then this is a new thing, the music player. They added this so we can choose our music now and see what's playing. And I think we're going to do one of the new ones. Right here. Lovely music. Okay, I think that's all the setup we need. We need to check our leaders. I almost forgot. Explorer. Warlike. That's pretty good. Scientists. We got... and their science ship. It's not too bad. Let's get started. I always pull this on fastest starting out, so we can get these first few years where nothing's really happening out of the way. So we got our air now. I always like to start out doubling my military. Because usually within the first 10 years, sometime you start building stuff out of your home system, you get an event that spawns pirates. And the starting ship count's not enough, but doubling that's usually enough to deal with it, granted with heavy losses. Repeated scans give inconsistent sensor readings. That'll be interesting. Wait till one of our scientists are higher levels before we scan that.
Construction complete.
And let's get a second science ship up and running.
Construction complete.
So far, our starting system's kind of below average. Not the worst I've seen, but definitely far from the best. only hope the... No, that's getting a bit better. Well, almost doubled itself. Well, I guess that's decent. No minerals yet, but the 5 energy is good. That science ship's ready. I want that one, so I can do better with anomalies. And we'll get him starting to explore down this side of the arm. Don't play with hyper lanes pretty often. They are considered the fastest of the 3 to start with, as far as space travel goes. But
Situation log updated. Evading hostile fleet.
yeah, so let's see. Not take long for the divine Kurleen Imperium to come across intelligent alien life. The fleet reports to Kurleen capital somewhat underestimates just how alien these forces appear. An alien Passon mentions the failure to open comms. Mining drones. But they're very... I was saying hyperlanes, why they're the fastest of the 3 FTLs you can choose starting out. They are the most restrictive as far as where you can move, because you have to follow the lines. And this can really hinder you or help you depending on where they are. Now looks like we found someone. Our first neighbors. Maybe our first victims too.
System survey complete.
Not that bad. Arctic. More like these guys are on Arctic. Well, I can look and see. Yeah, they're on Arctic. We have recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on Zuli, Cairo 7A. They must have been active in this region of space approximately 12 million years ago, judging by the age of the artifacts. From what they have been able to piece together, excuse me, our scientists theorize that these aliens who call themselves the Vatum Star Assembly were worm-like annelids, roughly 3 to 4 meters in length, that communicate with each other primarily through vibrations carried along their segmented bodies.
Situation log updated.
Interesting. I've had that one before. I completed this chain before, so I know what happens. But I won't ruin it for you people, for any of my viewers. The 2-3 of you there are.
Situation log updated. Special project complete.
Fanatical purifiers are out. The quake in fear, alien scum, for your doom approaches. This Sibulan Ravengers who cleanse this galaxy of every misbegotten Xeno civilization that pollutes it with their presence. Kirill shall burn. God Emperor greets you. Yeah, this changes everything. This is different. I haven't started next Fanatical Purifiers before. Let's see. Arctic Preference, Sedentary, very strong. Okay, so once we do conquer these guys, it'll be good. But Fanatical Purifiers, I'll get into that. Fanatical Purifiers, the recent update, got their own civic to make them a bit more unique. And let's see. Yeah, Fanatical Purifier civic. They cannot engage in diplomacy with other species. Alien pops will automatically be purged. They gain unity from purging. They can have a special bombardment stance, which allows them to kill a planet, basically. And they have increased fire rate and army damage. So these guys are going to be an issue. Even if they have the same number of ships we do, their ships would still be stronger because they're gonna they're gonna 33% fire rate increase. So these guys are going to be an issue. They're always going to be an issue. But if we conquer them, we get pops an alien species that'd be very strong as slaves and as military units. Now, you get another new feature, the traditions. 1.5, they added unity as a resource, and it's basically generated based on your how united your empire is, I guess, way to look at it. You start out with a base amount needed to get to a point where you can adopt a tradition. That amount goes up based on how many pops you have and your planets, how many colonies you have. And when you reach a certain amount, you get to get a tradition. In this case, normally I go with expansion, but we might need to go with supremacy to give us a better chance against the Ravengers, because our prosperity, so we can get cheaper ships. This will give us better border rate increase, which isn't bad. And then we can have, if we complete it, we get plus 15 to our fire rate, which would help put the gap here. Normally I take expansion because it really helps when it comes setting up your colonies. Well, it looks like this time guess I'll start with supremacy first, because we're going to need those extra bonuses and stuff when it comes to fighting the Ravengers. Now, since we met someone, I'm also slowing down the speed because really can't afford. If going too fast, I won't be able to deal with it. Normally, I'd already be colonizing, but colonizing isn't the most important thing right now. It's making sure we're strong. If these guys see weakness in us, they're coming after us.
System survey complete.
Well, depending on how this goes, this could end up being a shorter series because of our neighbors. If this ends up ending...
Under attack. Evading hostile fleet. Science ship lost.
And we lost a science ship. Faction founded. A new faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the Divine Imperium, led by God Emperor Mos. They call themselves the Ordered Society Coalition. Their membership have been pushing hard for an extreme centralization of political and military power. A disgruntled faction will be a source of trouble, but those that approve of the government actions could prove useful. That ties into how they redone the factions. Used to be factions were basically just rebellions waiting to happen. This time they're actual political movements who have wants, and the better you meet those wants, the better it is for you, because when they're happy, any pop that's in that faction's happy, and you get more influence, which you need to colonize and to flex your political muscles. If these guys end up taking us out early, we'll start another campaign right after this. Probably with a different race, or possibly the same guys again. Give them a chance. Okay, we need to change what this guy's doing. Rebel? Yep. I'll make them our rivals too.
Construction complete.
Get up to 12 ships, and we'll start saving up for a colony ship so we can start growing.
Construction complete. Research complete.
There we go. Let's see. All these are good. The field modulation increase will of course give us level 2 power plants, so we get more power, which is always good. Administrative AI with the research bonus, again, it's good. Anything make you research faster, and that's good. Took an early. Assist research is good, but we shouldn't have any idle science ships right now, so I'll go with that one.
System survey complete.
Right now their fleet power is inferior to us, which is good. Little insult. Let's see. Their purity assembly. I guess this gives me a chance to show the Fanatic Purifier Ethic without having to play one. Just wonder what their FTL method is.
Research complete.
Got genome mapping. Go that one, increase our border range. Help fight these guys, and these guys have a lot of border range. Because Fanatic Xenophobe gives border range, and Fanatic Xenophobe gives plus 30%, plus they have the Natural Zeal, which gives them 10, so they have 40% more border range. Which is aggravating. Normally I'd go for powered exoskeletons, but we need to, like I said, build up our military as quick as we can. We need to keep up on that to keep them off our backs. We still have only found one planet that we can colonize, which is too bad, but there should be another one around here somewhere. The game's coded so you at least get 2 that you can colonize. And there it is. 24-15. Probably do this one, it's farther away from them. I hope these guys are hyperlinked too, because it slows them down.
Construction complete.
Another thing I just remembered. They've changed the way food works so it's global or galactic if you want. You no longer have food on a planet by planet basis. Food can now be shipped between the planets, allowing for a lot more specialization. One thing I like doing is switching the food stockpile to balance so we have more in reserve in case something happens. Let's see. None of those really help right now. And we use spiritual unity. These are normally like I think 150 influence to use, but because of the Imperial Cult edict, Civic, it's 30. It's a third cheaper. To get stuff clearing up. That one next. I might not complete the supremacy tree. I might go on to do prosperity. Help with our economy. Which can be just as useful when it comes to prepping for a big war.
System survey complete.
Good planet, a lot of resources, a lot of words. Yeah, a lot of words. There's a lot of words on this planet. A lot of research, a lot of materials, a lot of good stuff here. You have new tradition. We'll go master shipwrights. The ever-increasing scope of our shipbuilding programs has led to the creation of highly skilled and efficient labor forces at our shipyards. Methods have continually been refined, and the time it takes to go from hull plating to completed starship is now shorter than ever before. And that makes our ships build faster and give us more naval capacity.
Construction complete.
So I'm going to go ahead and speed the game up a little bit. See what we find.
Anomaly found.
Let's see. I know what that event is. It's gotten out quite a bit. Solar cell. Do this on your first second so you can pause and read it if you want to. There we go. What I did just before that popped up was I moved a pop that was militarist over here, so he'd be a slave, and moved a pop, the pop that was working out, that was authoritarian over here because he was part of the Ordered Society Coalition, which means he gets extra 10% happiness, which means he gets a boost, a happiness boost. He might not get it here.
Construction.
Still nice.
System survey complete.
That's a good system. We got 2 systems nearby. That's 7. And border really pushing. Might need to take this system first instead of that one, just to keep them from pushing us out of it. If they put something there. And the same might happen if we do it. It depends.
Anomaly found.
Yeah, research that. We got about 5 more months.
Situation log.
We'll be able to build a colony ship. There's a happiness bonus. Yeah, I think I'm going to finish up supremacy. And then I'll go into expansion or prosperity next. Probably expansion.
System survey complete.
That's a good system. So, beyond having the worst starting neighbors we could possibly have, this has been a pretty good start so far. Another tradition. Go and take right of conquest. Here's AI. Solar panel. We don't have enough for a colony ship now. Let's see. I'll put it here. And res still. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's one thing people who played before have noticed. Instead of pulling the planetary capital here, put it here because they changed it. Planetary capitals no longer produce minerals and food. They now produce energy credits and unity, which they changed because you no longer need food on every planet, which makes more. The new thing makes more sense. But let's see, splinter colony. Let's see, was the site of a small Latuum colony that is unique for 2 reasons. The Tadesca system is not within what used to be Volturian space, and the ruins are several centuries younger than anything else left by their civilization. The colony seems to have been settled by some kind of splinter group that rejected their society's dominant philosophy.
Situation
Intriguing.
updated.
I'll have to research that when we get high enough level. We're almost done with that too. I need to wait before I do research in South Aliens. Well, we're coming up to the time limit I said, but I'm going to wait until our colony ship gets done and is in the Tirastadori system before I call it a day. then next time we'll continue trying to build up to be prepared for the inevitable war with the Cebulan Ravengers. And we'll see what happens there. See if we can stop them from wiping us out.
Construction.
There's the capital ship.
System survey
And
complete.
some more mining stations built so we can offset the loss of energy credits. Going to watch this happen.
Colonization in progress.
Well, that's all for now, folks, and next time we'll continue building up the glorious navy, and we'll prepare for what will probably be a bloody war survival with the Ravengers. Yeah, if they wipe us out, I'll definitely start another season afterwards, because that's just shit luck. Stuff like that happens, but we'll just have to wait and see. If we end up, when the war happens, if we end up winning, it will definitely put us in a pretty strong position for the rest of the galaxy. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens with it. Anywho, thanks y'all for joining me for my first episode of Stellaris. I hope you all join me again later. Bye!